what are some of your biggest strengths as part of your game that you see that has really helped propel your career, especially in volleyball?
I believe that watching game footage really helps you. Um, Not only you see what you're doing wrong and what you need to work on to get better, because of course, when you're playing, you think that you're doing everything you can. You think you're the fastest one on the court, you're hitting the ball, you think you could get every single ball up or whatever the case is. And you look on the film and you are really slow. And that will actually be like a check, like, okay, I'm not who I think I am and what I look like. Okay, let me go back to, the ground up and build up from there. I think that's really important to start doing at a young age. I didn't start doing that until I was in college. And that's where I really started to, grow a lot for volleyball IQ. Other ways could be watching other games, trying to figure out, okay, what are the team's strengths and weaknesses? Who is, the captain on the court? Who can help coordinate and be the quarterback, whether it be for offense or defense? That's something where you're really starting to look into depth about not just the game itself and how it's played, but the strategy behind that. And knowing that strategy will help you in your game as well. And so those are two things that I always teach my players, because that's going to get them to that next level.
I completely agree. Understanding and just having IQ in your sport and knowing what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and how to use that to your full capabilities will help your overall performance. Before we get into your college career, so at Sacred Hearts, you were primarily an outside hitter, but I'm assuming that you played a lot of the positions, not only in high school, but through club and through the USA teams too. Was there anything in high school that was your favorite position or what you thought you were going to play?
I think that in high school, at least, because Sacred Heart isn't at the time, it might be a different story nowadays. God, it was such a long time ago, but I was definitely an outside hitter because we didn't have, the players as, Kameme or Yolani or Punahou or other schools where they have a lot of athletes. And when I was there, we did have some players that did play club volleyball, but majority of the time it was, players who didn't compete competitively. And so being the one that was very involved and, just totally like in it to win it, I was definitely an outside hitter. But, I occasionally played setter just to be able to, run the offense smoothly. But at least in club, I started off as a middle when I was 12. And then I went to an outside hitter. And then after an outside hitter, I went to a setter / opposite, which is the right side. And then it wasn't until I was playing with Team USA and in college where I started playing libero. So, but my freshman year in college, I was an outside hitter. So a lot of different positions.
Yes, a lot of different positions. And by Hawaii standards, well, let's share with the listeners who don't know you. How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
5'10". So by Hawaii standards, especially in high school volleyball, that is considered pretty tall in Hawaii.
Yes.
So you did, have the tools and attributes to compete with all of the bigger schools in Hawaii throughout high school. But I think, like you said, playing all the different positions, gaining a better understanding, that has really helped you.